What is up, Tooligans? It's your boy 2 times here at Pro Tools Approved, and I've got something really cool today. It's a graboid. Wait, no, that was what movie was that? Leave it in the comments. Check this out. It's a grabo, vacuum powered suction cup. This thing is pretty damn cool. I tell you, it's I believe the newest one out. Been playing with this all day. Let's take a closer look at it. Let's get to it. Hey, just a quick note to everybody watching this video. I've upgraded my microphone from a 10 to 15 $20 microphone, which I've been using, to one well over $100. I was the first time using it. I wasn't aware of how sensitive it was. Wasn't aware that I didn't need it 3 inches from my face, that I didn't need to scream into it. So the audio is a little sketchy on this first video using it. I do apologize about that. I do have the volume turned down. It pops, it crackles a bit, but it's a learning curve for me. Technology is not my strong point. I apologize again. Thank you so much, and I will make sure in the future that we don't have these problems. Thank you. Alrighty. First things first, what in the hell is a grabo? It is a portable electric vacuum lifting device for lifting glass, tile, metal, sheet goods. It's all about making your life easier. Uh, there's a lot of information to cover about this. I mean, a lot. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can without boring you guys with the details and such. So let me get right into it. Comes with an awesome bag. It is really nice. It's heavy ballistic. Unzips from the top, 2 little handles, very nicely. Velcros. Bam, right there. It's right there. It's in the open. Take it, grab it, go with it. Cover the bag real quick. I leave this little plastic thing in the bottom. It seems to fit nicely in there. I think it's supposed to come out, but I said heck with that. There is 2 zipper pouches on the inside. One of them here has extra filters and suction rings, a couple pieces of paper about the warranty. On the inner pouch on the other side is a much larger pouch that has your charger. Okay, I'll get to the charger in just a moment. Explain that. Other than that, that's your carrying case. It's awesome that they give you one made just specifically for it. When you go to take it out of the bag, you will notice the battery is installed. You have to uninstall the battery. It does come with some juice. This is your battery right here on the front. Slide that up. That's simple. Slide that up. There's your battery. Okay. It is 14 volts. It is 2.6 amp hours. Give me about 1.5 hours runtime. It is not USB. This is the charger. This is the charger that comes with it. 2-piece, like a laptop plugs together. There's the end that plugs it in there. Your first initial charge, it comes with about half charge on it. Your first full charge will take about 5 hours. It took quite a while to charge it up. But other than that, it gives you great runtime. Battery goes in, lock it back down, turn it on. Underneath this rubbery case, it says "Do not remove," or your FBI is going to be banging on your door. Is the little on-off switch underneath there. It's a little hard to get to. It's covered by rubber. When you pull this off, you can see what it is. Here's your little slide switch. I guess they want that dust kept out of there. This is your battery power, 5 green dots. As it juices up. Let's put this back on there. This does not shut off automatically. I, in the course of using it recently, have found that out. I put it in the bag. I go to reach for it the next day, open the bag up, and it's on. So it doesn't wear itself down, but it does stay powered unless you remember to turn it off. We'll find out if that causes issues to it in the future, but for now, you've really got to try to remember to turn it off. And that's, as far as using it, we'll get into the details of that, but it's green button to start suction, green button end suction, red button to release suction. It's about 80 decibels, so hold your ears. I'm going to start this down in 3, 2, 1. It's not too bad. I mean, you can talk over it, but you do hear it. Stop. And it's obviously not suctioned to anything, so we don't need to hit that red button. This is what the bottom of it looks like. Heavy duty rubber around the outside, which will allow you to grip something with contour, with up to 3 millimeters of peaks and valleys. Think, uh, think, yeah, hardscape. Wow, I was having more time spitting that out. Concrete hardscape. Uh, this will pick it up with up to 3 millimeters of up down peaks and valleys, or up to a 5-degree arc on something round, a huge convex piece of glass or mirror. Looking at it from the outside, the only other questions you guys might have is, what is that gauge for? That is your safety lifting gauge. It'll tell you as the suction goes, this will increase all the way around to excellent, and to caution, to not going to lift up. And this will come in handy when you find out how much this thing can actually lift, because you're going to want to know if you're lifting up something, if it's holding on or if it's not. Speaking of holding on or not, might be wondering why there are these big silver wonkin eye hooks on here on both sides. Now that is on there because if you're going to be lifting something really heavy, you're going to need a strap. And this is what this is made for. You can put a big heavy shoulder strap on there. Now, I wouldn't lift anything too heavy with this strap. This just came off a bag from some company that I've got here as an example. You know, you pick up something real heavy, you can use the power of the strap over your shoulder to indeed help lift. Because this unit, although it be 14 volts, um, about 12 inches in length, 7 inches in width, 5 inches in height, weighing in at 1.6 kilograms, or about 3.3 pounds, will safely lift 120 kilograms, or 265 pounds, safely. And if you want to push the limits of this thing, you can lift up to 170 kilograms, or 375 pounds. That's right. I did say it. I said 375 pounds of ceramic, glass, something that is super, super, super non-porous, a very complete surface to it. Now, there is different ratings with their lifting. If you're lifting perpendicular, if you're lifting parallel. Let me give you an example of that real quick. See, this little box that it's sitting on here is something much larger. It's not hanging over the edge. It's on a big case of 18 by 18 ceramic tiles, and it's got the tile exposed in the center. Now, those cases are pain in the balls to lift up. Anybody who's done tile knows. You can take this, slap it right there on the center, whoosh, pump it up, and lift that case. Now, when you're lifting like this, you're lifting perpendicular to the, I don't know, ground, I guess. That is perpendicular. And we're using the force of all the GRABO in this direction. Now, if we are lifting parallel, this would be if you were trying to take a giant sheet of glass, like in this drywall that I've got here, and you're lifting in this direction. If this box here were a a giant sheet of glass, and we are lifting up in this direction. That is a parallel lift. This is a perpendicular lift. Okay, I think you guys will get that. There, like I said, there is a difference in the strength of it lifting. A little stronger perpendicular, a little less strong, a little weaker on parallel. So real quick, glass, 375 pounds, ceramic, 375 pounds, metal, 242 pounds, plastic, 220, wood, 220, rough concrete, 176, dry cast pavers, 176, and drywall, 165 pounds, all in a perpendicular lift. Now, in a parallel lift, glass, 265 pounds. So that's down about 110 pounds. Ceramic, 265. Metal, 242. That is the same. Plastic, 200. That is the same. Wood, 143. That is down about 80 pounds. Rough concrete, 176, which is the same. Dry cast pavers, 176, which is the same, and drywall 143 pounds, which is down about 22 pounds. So this vacuum lifting device is much stronger than me. That's what I know off the bat. This thing will outlift me. Um, I will certainly not be able to max this thing out with my strength. Um, and you'll see a lot of guys want to get two of these. So, you can suction on to large sheet goods and move it much easier with two. But I've got one, and it's what I've been using. I'll give you some tests and some examples of what can be done with it. All right, let's take a look. All right, just a couple more things about this GRABO before I forget. Um, it is not been sent to me. Purchased this with my own money from local Lowe's. It is in the drywall department. You will find it for $200. You will find extra batteries for it online at Lowe's for $28. It will not work below freezing. It will not work above 105 degrees. That matters. So too cold, too hot, won't grip. It is indoor only. It is not made to get wet. It will not grab things that are wet. Um, and the battery a fully charged battery will cycle 900 times, 900 10-second runs is what they're saying you'll get out of a full battery before it needs to be charged. You may also see I got a fancy new microphone from Holly somebody. I'll put that up in another video. Really needed to upgrade the audio. Super happy with these ones. So let's take a look at some examples of this GRABO in action. So that's it. All you're going to do is when you push it on something, push the green button. If it is a porous surface, I'll show you an example of that first. A little piece of birch plywood. If it is porous, you need to keep it running because as soon as you stop, air will start escaping back into it. For example, you got a whole ton, you got 20, 30 sheets of underlayment in the truck. You want to just grab these out of the back of the truck without fighting, slap it on there, and you'll see the little gauge go, telling you that it has grip. As soon as you turn it off, you see the grippy gauge go back down because air is getting back underneath here. So porous surfaces, you need to keep it running. This is barely hanging on there right now. This will just, barely hanging on there for now. It's still pretty strong. There you go. Pops right off. Porous surfaces, keep it running. Takes a good whack. Drywall. drywall is porous. Porous surfaces, with some effort, you can yank them off. Believe me, that took everything I had. That's why I got this, was for moving sheetrock in a house. Worked perfectly fine. Now, here's some 3/4 ply that has been sitting outside and is rather rough. Even with some coaxing, I can't get this to grab. Not going to do it on surfaces like this. Backside, a little better. Tiny little bit of grip. I'd be super cautious with that. Dirty Azac. Now, this is our first non-porous item. See the gauge? Sucks down tight and it stays, even though the vacuum's off, because there's no air to be able to get back through it. It is non-porous. This will stick to this forever. You want to get it off? Push the red button. You often hear me hit the green button as I hit the red button. We are strapped on there. Take it off. Good to go. So, all right. Well, Tom, you haven't really showed me lift anything yet, besides some scraps of shit. Let's try this. Will it lift? Diamond plate. I don't know how else to show you that it's on there. I don't know how else to show you it is on there. It's on there, trust me. Now, all those big numbers we're talking about, 200, 300 pounds. Well, I don't have your mom here, but this is the best I got. I'm just kind of showing how you can use this strap. The lifting here isn't all that big.